One of Spider-Man's greatest foes hits the screen as an anti-hero in Venom, but you may want to brace yourself. The web-slinger himself is nowhere to be found, and the best description of Venom as a movie may come from the character itself. An armless, legless, faceless thing rolling down the street
like a bird in the wind.
In this Ruben Fleischer-directed monstrosity, these slimy alien symbiotes that are brought to Earth must merge with a perfectly matched host in order to survive. Otherwise, the human body rejects them, killing the host and potentially the symbiote itself. Sadly, Venom similarly rejects everything that might have turned it into a badass joyride in the vein of Deadpool or Guardians of the Galaxy. The result is a muddled hodgepodge that isn't sure whether it wants to be comedic or take its troubled protagonist way too seriously.
You recruit the most vulnerable for tests that end up killing people.
The script and direction yank the actors from overwrought expository scenes to overproduced action scenes with no sense of pacing or tone. That's a surprising misstep considering Fleischer's strong use of both in the horror comedy Zombieland. On paper, Tom Hardy is the ideal Eddie Brock, confidently embodying the fluid physicality and jittery paranoia of a man being consumed by sentient space goo. Exposure to his oozing extraterrestrial soulmate imbues Eddie with enhanced strength and resilience, but also sticks him with a chatty co-pilot with bad teeth, an insatiable appetite for live prey and/or tater tots, and a surreal desire to fix Eddie's love life.
Not so bad yourself, champ.
Although he's saddled with some of the clunkiest superhero dialogue since Halle Berry's Catwoman in both his human and monster forms, Hardy at least manages to deliver the movie's few intentional moments of humor as Eddie comes to grips with his talkative body snatcher.
Let's bite all the heads off and pile them up in the corner.
Why would we do that?
The first act is a snooze, but things liven up once Venom shows up and Eddie begins exhibiting some very strange symptoms. These occasional bright spots are largely due to Hardy's interplay with, well, Hardy. This is the second time he starred opposite himself following 2015's underwritten but ambitious Legend, and it's here that he proves himself as an underused talent when it comes to physical comedy. His vocal performance as Venom is an effective blend of menace and obsessive affection for his host, so much so that it's frustrating to imagine what kind of movie we might have gotten if the creative direction matched Hardy's obvious passion for the character.
I don't know.
Without the benefit of a snarky alien companion, the rest of the cast is adrift. Riz Ahmed is serviceable as generic corporate overlord Carlton Drake, and though Michelle Williams is given more to do than your typical comic book movie love interest, there's not much reason to root for Eddie and Anne, especially since they share zero chemistry.
Ow, really?
There's something almost 90s about the tone of Venom, which relies on adolescent humor and gross-out gags in a way that doesn't really gel with the intensity of Hardy's performance. It shares more DNA with the superhero duds of the aughts, where the storytelling approach is distinctly by the numbers and the visual effects have a noticeable green screen vibe. Whether or not you know this character from the comics, the most disappointing part of Venom is all of its untapped potential. Tom Hardy's committed performance can't overcome a painful script and indecisive direction, resulting in a film with a personality that's as split as its titular character. There are occasional moments of brilliance in the dynamic between Eddie and his symbiote that give a hint of what Venom could have been in steadier hands, but that only makes the rest of it harder to watch. Does anyone have the antidote?
So many snacks, so little time.
Thanks for watching. For more reviews, check out what we thought of Halloween and The Predator, and as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.